Dr. Rhett Oldham, it's a pleasure to have you today, and thank you for taking a little time with chatting with us. I was going to put up all of your accolades and your accomplishments, but that would probably take half the time we have to do this. But 7th grade American history teacher, 8th grade world history, 23 years of teaching, and you were the 2020 Missouri History Teacher of the Year and a national finalist. So that's just some of your accomplishments, but I really appreciate you taking some time today.
You kidding, Brett, man. I always like to talk shop and talk about, kids and pedagogy, and it's just always fun for me to do.
When I knew we were going to chat, I thought, I've got to find this quote. And I went to your Twitter page and I found the exact statement I was looking for. And it said that I'm tired of hearing people say that kids are falling so far behind. And it said, behind what exactly? With these life skills, I think they just might be pulling way ahead. And it was so you. And it was funny that I had thought of that already and then went to your Twitter page and found it. What's your reaction to a statement like that?
Well, here's the thing. 5 years from now, 10 years from now, 20 years from now, there's going to be dissertations written and books written on this generation. And I just think we have some of the most resilient kids in the world. I just think that's what we got. So for our kids to have all these distractions and still have the discipline and the focus to be successful in the classroom, and so many of our kids are, and they're doing these things, man, it's just, to me, that's what it's all about. These kids, if I know these kids, I think they're going to be great people. I think they're going to be problem solvers. I think they're going to be outside the box thinkers because they've had to be. We have forced them on that. Brett, this is really cool. So I was talking to some friends of mine from Europe, and do you know that a multiple choice test in Europe is called the American test? That's what they call it. Nobody in the world does multiple choice tests except us. All right. So my test right now, my first test over the 4 cradles of civilization, my kids had to create a website and they had to give me information about that. And they had to do it in an hour. And my kids did it. They rose to that challenge. Is that pretty cool or what? And you say, well, that's just a project. Sure it is. It's project-based learning. It's project-based assessments, right? I think our kids are great problem solvers, and they're going to be great out-of-the-box thinkers. Sure, there's going to be gaps in education, but some kids are really they're going to figure that out too. And guess what? We as educators are going to figure that out too, and we're going to help them bridge those gaps.
Well, not to brag, but I have my notes here, and I was going to ask you about resiliency. So, and that's the word you brought up. So pretty good. Yeah. And I want you to brag about yourself and your coworkers a little bit too, because it's not just the resiliency of students, it's the resiliency of teachers, and I don't want to say reinventing, but really changing the way everything's done overnight. And how did that go for you?
It's really funny. So first I want to say I'm exhausted. I'm just tired. All right. And everybody in my building is tired. But it's how John Lewis said, good trouble. I feel like it's good tired. Man, I teach with phenomenal people. I just do. And the funny thing is, I incorporate technology, do a lot of technology in my class, and I don't use a textbook. But you know what? Technology works great when you have kids in front of you every day. It's tough when they're at home. And so while it's a great opportunity for me, it hasn't been a paradigm shift. It's been a natural progression. Here's the thing about teaching. Teaching is the best profession in the world. It just is. You get re-energized every day. You just do. You come in and there's a kid and says, you know what? I want to let you know that what I went home and told my parents what you taught me in class yesterday. Or, hey, I just talked to my new Italian friend that I met on our Padlet page. We're doing that right now with the school. And that's really cool. And you start getting those things. And you're like, okay, I guess they are getting it. That's fun.
Thank you so much for your time, and thanks for everything you're doing out there. It's unbelievable work, but I know you can handle it.
Well, we're going to handle it, and it's going to be cool. But Rhett, thanks a lot for asking me, man. It's just fun to talk.